as Slaid Cleaves. Make him up.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jenny. This has been a bittersweet night, thinking this will be my last time on the Threadgills stage here downtown. But really enjoyed myself hearing some old friends sing and getting to hear some new people to my ears sing. It's been really beautiful. I only caught a little bit of Monte Warden. I was looking for a parking space, but I heard a couple seconds of his show as I drove around the block. He didn't tell you about Luke the Drifter, did he? Luke the Drifter was the pseudonym that Hank Williams used to release records that he made that were, some of them were recitations, kind of philosophical musings and travelogues, and included this song called Ramblin' Man. And he came up with a pseudonym because they didn't want to scare away the DJs and the jukebox operators with these very dark philosophical songs that weren't, you know, the usual Hank Williams brand of honky-tonk. So that's where the Luke the Drifter persona came from. I could settle down and be doing just fine. Could you take the reverb off my monitor there? That's screwing me up a little bit. I can't yodel with the reverb. I feel like I'm up in the mountains in the Alps. I could settle down and be doing just fine until I hear an old freight rolling down the line, and then I hurry home and pack. And if I didn't go, I believe I'd blow my stack. I love you, babe, but you gotta understand, when the Lord made me, He made a rambling man. Well, some folks might say that I'm no good, that I wouldn't settle down if I could. But when that open road starts calling me, there's something over the hill that I gotta see. Sometimes it's hard, but you gotta understand, when the Lord made me, He made a rambling man. I love to watch the towns passing by, and to ride these rails neath God's blue sky. Let me travel this land from the mountains to the sea, 'cause I believe that's the life that was meant for me. And when I'm dead and go, out at my grave you stand, just say God's called home, you rambling man. Luke the Drifter. So I've never learned to listen to songs, so thank you, Jenny, for inviting me to this show so I could listen to a whole bunch of Lucinda Williams and try to find one that I felt I could do justice to. And I was trying to find one that provided a link between Lucinda and Hank, and I found one that I think it's an outtake from Sweet Old World, because it's not on Sweet Old World, but it's on the reissue or the remaking of the record. Did you know she redid that whole record last year? It's called This Sweet Old World, and it's all the Sweet Old World songs, some of them slightly different, and a bunch of bonus tracks, and this is on that. So it's a song called The Dark Side of Life. It sounds like a Hank song, doesn't it? So that's the one I chose to learn. If think you'd ever know me as you turn to walk away. You think I don't know the troubles you face every day, but I know all about the things that cut you like a knife. Yes, I know about the dark side of life. The soles of your shoes are almost worn through. You've been running hard and fast, searching for something new. But you can search high and low for things you'll never find while you're living on the dark side of life. Living on the dark side of life. You can't tell what's wrong and what's right. You don't look too good, there's circles neath your eyes, 'cause you're living on the dark side of life. You sit on your bar stool, all dressed up. You're broke and you're down and you're looking for love, but you won't find the kind of love that's sweet and right while you're living on the dark side of life. Yes, you're living on the dark side of life. Thank you. So how many people have heard that song before, that listen to the song? So, yeah, it's pretty obscure, right? Sorry? Oh, you heard me play it Friday. Played it at the Cactus on Friday. That's right. Well, I was off on a songwriting retreat a couple of years ago where I just pack a bag of clothes and food and books and movies to watch and a guitar and a notebook, and I don't come home until I've got some songs written. And it was a Saturday night, I was done writing, so I put a DVD in of one of my favorite movies called Hank Williams' The Show He Never Gave. It's a really cool movie that came out, 20, 30 years ago. Look it up. I think it's on Netflix now. So I watched that movie as I went to sleep. And of course I woke up with some sort of Hank-style, gospel-style melodies in my head the Sunday morning, so I went with it. This is called Go for the Gold. There's only one rule that you must heed. It conquers fear, hatred, and greed. It trumps all others, your soul to feed. There's only one rule you'll ever need. You could be Hindu, you may be Sikh. It makes no difference what tongue you speak. You could pray to Allah or be an atheist. You will be righteous if you remember this. It ain't the silver, it ain't the bronze, it's the foundation that all rests upon. No precious metal will save your soul, but if you seek glory, go for the gold. Now some so-called Christians from time to time forget this rule and become blind. They use their church to try and separate when it's common ground that can make us great. Forget those silly little laws, but thou shalt not Sundays of the week, how to dress and who's stoned to, what you can and cannot eat. When you go home now, remember please to count your blessings down on your knees. I make a promise to do the best you can, to be a friend to your fellow man. It ain't the silver, it ain't the bronze, it doesn't matter what team you're on. No precious metal will save your soul, but if you seek glory, go for the gold. Thank you all so much for coming down to Threadgills to be with us tonight. What a beautiful night. Thank you all.